right, so this is our first new coach getting started right training that I'm hosting. So I'm going to go ahead and my screen. I put together a little thing to teach you guys how to start your business and how to help your coaches get started too. So I muted everybody. So if you have any questions or anything, you can unmute yourself. You can feel free to chime in anytime. But also, again, like I said, use that chat option. So my name is April McDonald, and I am the leader of Team Run Pink Run Happy. We are a 2015 elite team, which for you that are just joining us don't know, that means that we are in the top 1% of our company. So it's really cool because there's 400,000 teams, and we were ranked number 105. So it's kind of cool to see that we obviously have really successful rock star coaches on our team. And my biggest focus is to try to create systems so that you guys can duplicate what I do for your coaches. So I don't want you to think that, okay, I signed on a coach, I need to reinvent the wheel and teach them how to do this. My biggest thing is I want to help you guys become leaders. So the sooner that you start to think of yourself as a leader of a successful team, it doesn't matter if you don't have any coaches, a lot of it is just that belief that you have to believe in yourself, and you have to believe that you're going to be successful, because until you believe that, you will not be successful. So it's kind of like what you think will, be the case. If you don't think you will, you won't. So just, have that mindset right now. I'm going to freaking rock this. I'm going to hit my goals, and I'm going to have fun doing it. So, okay, so this is my Getting Started Right training for rockstar coaches. And a lot of times you'll hear me say, just freaking do it. Like it's not rocket science. You just have to continue to be successful or consistent, and then you will be successful. Okay, so I want to talk basics. Just kidding. I wanted these slides to be backwards. Okay, so there's a bunch of different types of coaches. There's basically 3 different types of coaches. Some people sign on just to be a discount coach. They're drinking their Shaco every month. They want to save money. So you save 25% off. And then after you pay your $15 business fee, you're basically saving $16 a month on Shakeology. So it's normally $130. You're going to get it after taxes and shipping. Every state is different, but it's about $100. And then you pay that $15. So you're still saving 15, to 16 a month. Even if you don't have sales, you can still be a coach. There's no quota or anything that you have to hit. You can be a hobby coach. This is somebody that has a full-time job. They love the products. They enjoy sharing them with others. They earn an extra income, here and there. And there's also in-betweens with all of these as well. You might be in between a discount and a hobby coach, or in between a hobby coach and a business builder. And a business builder is somebody that's all in. Like, heck yeah, I want to build this business. I want to quit my job. I know, Nick, that is you. I had talked to you, and I know that you're building a life of freedom, want to pay for your wedding, want to not have to stress about these things. And growing a team to do the same is definitely, something that you're going to want to do. And that's right now, that's my biggest focus. So my first year as a coach, I didn't really do a great job at teaching my coaches. It was like, I want to hit Success Club. I want to do this. I want to do that. And I wasn't a great leader. So that's kind of what I'm like, learn from me, focus on your team, and your business will grow so much instead of trying to just be me. I was at the New Leader Conference this past week. That's for 2-star and above coaches. And they said, spend 70% on your business and 30% on your coaches and your team. And, even if you just have one coach, that's you sending them messages every day and just checking in on them. I like to talk to my coaches and say, okay, who are you talking to? What are their objections? Because if somebody says oh, they just have to, I remember one time I had a coach and she said, oh, well, I just have to, wait until this girl's ready because she's signing up. She doesn't want to be a coach yet because she's really busy and she's got this test that she has to pass in order to keep her job. And I said, well, get her signed on as a customer, have her get the challenge pack, and then she can already have results. So then when she does have time to coach, she's got to eat anyway. She might as well drink shakes. And she's, probably working out already. So why not give her more time by not having to go to the gym, do 30-minute workouts at home, and then she'll have results. So when she coaches and she's like, oh my gosh, I don't even know why I didn't think of that. So that's why I want you to come to me with objections that you get and things like that so that I can help you. And you do the same thing for your coaches as well. So let's talk basics. What is Success Club? What am I doing? Like moving my slides all over. Okay, so if you sell a challenge pack, which is what you signed up with, that's Shakeology plus a fitness program, with the exception of there's 2 different challenge packs that don't have that. Is Hammer and Chisel can also come with the performance line. So you would get Hammer and Chisel workout, meal plan, and the pre and post workout instead of Shakeology, or you could do the 3-day refresh, which is a 3-day vegan cleanse with Shakeology. But all of the other challenge packs are going to be a fitness program, Shakeology. The ones that are on sale for the rest of this month are 21-Day Fix, which Alex and Nick, I think you both started with. Comes with the meal plan, the workouts, the containers, the shaker cup, and then that month of Shakeology. And they're all 30-minute workouts. Then there's also the 21, and that's $140, and it's normally $160. So 21-Day Fix Extreme is the same thing. It's got the same stuff, $140 this month instead of $160. And the only difference is the workouts are harder. There's modifiers in both, but 21-Day Fix Extreme is only for somebody that's already exercising or in shape. Like my mom is 57 with bad knees and a bad back, and she can do the 21-Day Fix modified, but I would never tell her to do 21-Day Fix Extreme. So that's for somebody that knows what they're doing, likes that kind of boot camp style stuff, because even the modified is still hard. 3-day refresh, it's that vegan cleanse I was telling you about. That is $140 with Shakeology. So all of these things, Shakeology is normally $130. So they're getting all of these things for $10 when they buy. Like, and if you just think about it, if you would just go and get that shaker cup alone, that's like $9. Like, right? Nick, you sell those. Aren't your shaker cups like $9 or something? Like 7? You're muted. Sorry. Hold on, you're talking to yourself. There you go. What were you saying? Sorry.
Yeah, they're anywhere on sale for like $7.99 all the way to $10.99.
So. Right. So for $10, you're getting the meal plan, the 30-minute workouts, the containers, and a shaker cup. And that's what I tell people. I'm always like, dude, you're getting it for $10, and half the time that's like your shaker cup alone. So that's kind of like a great selling piece. And then the 3-day refresh, if anybody ever asks what that is that you get, it's a 3-day meal plan. And it is, you get the shakes to go with it. You drink 3 shakes a day. You get a fiber sweep, and then they give you the recipe. So it's vegetables, fruit, and healthy fats and shakes for 3 days. So it's a 900-calorie 3-day cleanse. So it's not something that you should be doing high intensity workouts with. Technically, you should be either doing like yoga, low impact, or nothing at all. So those are the 3 options that are on sale for $140. So that's kind of like a no-brainer. Like, hey, let's get you signed up, because otherwise, if they don't sign on as a challenge pack, they have to pay $40 to sign on. And then even with your shake discount, you're still spending $100 on shake. So that's $140 right there. It's like, why would you not, get all this extra stuff with it? If somebody buys a challenge pack, so say Danielle was a client and she bought a challenge pack, and then she was like, oh my gosh, I love this. I love these groups. I want to sign as a coach. The next month, or within 30 days, and they're not super particular about the 30 days. If it's like 40 days or something, they're not going to not refund you, but you can sign on as a coach for $40 and then get that $40 refunded. But I typically don't go that route because, if they're going to be paying that, one, it's a pain to get it refunded. I mean, it's not a super pain, but it's not immediate. And then the other thing is if you're going to, buy the Shakeology anyways, why not get another program to add to your library? So I usually try to talk up something on sale when somebody wants to go to be a coach, because they're not going to be active until they do buy something that has 50 personal volume points. So to be active, you need 50 personal volume points. But if you're drinking Shakeology, that's 90. So you're good. You don't have to worry about that. All right. So a challenge pack is 2 Success Club points. Shakeology is on home direct. Anytime you see HD, that means home direct. That's that auto shipment. That's 1. So what I tell people is if they were going to buy Shakeology and you cannot sell them on anything else, at least get them to buy it on home direct, because the shipping is only $2 on Home Direct versus $12. So it's like, why would you not pay? If you were going to pay to not do it on Home Direct, you might as well get a challenge pack, because that's the same price with shipping, because the challenge pack and Shakeology, the shipping is only $2. But if they just buy Shakeology and they don't get it on auto shipment, they're paying $12. So you're saving $10. It's absolutely pointless to do that. And all they have to do is fill out a form to cancel their Home Direct. So when people are like interested and they're like, no, I don't want auto shipment at all, I say, oh, it's super easy to cancel. I'll just send you the link and then you'll get it canceled. But I want to save you $10 in shipping. There's no reason to pay for that. So at least to get them to do that, Shakeology, Home Direct. And then if they are interested in Shakeology, I talk them up, about the 21-day fix, just like I told you, like, why not do this 21-day fix? It's awesome workout, even if they're a gym rat. And what about the rainy day, a busy day? It's an awesome workout to have on the side to do. And you know what, that shaker cup and the meal plan and the containers is awesome too. So you might as well do that. So anytime anybody's interested in Shakeology, just talk to them about something that's on sale that's going to help them reach their goals, to get them to do that challenge pack. Because the challenge pack should just be kind of like a no-brainer. You always go for that. Don't ever lead with just the fitness program, because you don't get any Success Club points if somebody would just buy like a base kit of 21-day fix or something. So Success Club is just going to be kind of non-negotiable. That's if you plan to run with this business and you plan to be successful, Success Club is non-negotiable. So just kind of like route that into your mind. Like, okay, my first 30 days, I'm hitting Success Club. Because it just kind of, to me, if you're talking to enough people, you're inviting every day, it will happen. If you're talking to a ton of people and people are telling you no, that's okay, because a no doesn't mean no forever. It means no right now. And what I do want you to do is share with me. If you're getting no, I want you to share with me some of your screenshots so I can be like, tell me what you're saying. So let me see how I can look over that and help you. And I'm going to talk about our Google Doc, our team Google Doc Drive that we have that helps with scripts. In the photo albums of Team Run Pink, I've got all kinds of sample conversations that I have with people. So the more that you talk, the easier it gets. I would rather you talk and sound like a greasy salesman and learn from it than be afraid to invite. So take a look at those and just, kind of go with it. And my best advice to you is kind of talk to somebody how you would talk to your best friend. Don't try to sound professional. Don't try to make every word sound awesome. Just like, yeah, you should totally join me. I mean, it's 30-minute workouts, so they're killer. They're kicking my butt. The meal plan makes it super simple. It's like, if it fits, you can eat it. And then the shakes are great, and they keep me full for about 4 hours. So don't overcomplicate things. Just keep it simple, and just be sure to invite people, because it's going to be awesome. You're going to be able to change lives. And if they say no, cool. Ask them, okay, so do you want to join me? I have a free group that's going, for February, we're doing abs. How about I add you to that? So even if they say no, get them pipelined into like a free group so we can continue to follow up with them. So why Success Club is so important is this is just moving your business forward. Success Club is, if you talk to Melanie Metro, who's top coach 2 times in a year, if you talk to any successful coach, they tell you that they drive home Success Club, because if you are going to be successful, you are hitting Success Club every month. So it's also going to get you leads, and free leads are awesome. It's like, hey, you're doing great. Let me give you some free customers. So that's when I'll tell you about how to get that as well. Another thing is hit a goal to be a Success Club All-Star. If you hit Success Club 5 for 12 months, you're a Success Club 5 All-Star, which is really cool. And, the sooner that you can, start qualifying for it and just make it non-negotiable that you're going to hit that every month is going to be killer. Like, for me this past December, I just hit Success Club 10 All-Star Legend. So that means for 24 consecutive months, I've hit Success Club 10 or higher. And I can tell you that that's a big reason why our team is in the top 100, because I consistently recruit people. I consistently am helping people, and that is non-negotiable for me. I will never get less than 10 Success Club points. As a new coach, shoot for 5. And if you keep talking to people and you keep having conversations and you hit 10, that's freaking awesome too. I have a new coach, Autumn, who's her 2nd month of hitting Success Club 10 as a brand new coach. So it is possible. It's not something that's out of your reach. Set your goal for Success Club 5, but keep going. That's like minimum. If you hit 10, that's awesome. Okay, let's see. But those are just kind of like, it's the same thing as like having like, oh, this is my, I have a BS in this. Like Success Club All-Star is just like another thing you get to add to your credentials, which is pretty cool. And then when you sell 3 things, you sell 3 challenge packs, that's 6 Success Club points. So you've hit Success Club 5 and you get your Shakeology paid for that way. So it still comes out of your account, but the commissions, you make 25% commission. So say you sold a $140 challenge pack, that gets you a $40 commission. So 40, 80, 120, that overpays for your Shakeology when you sell 3 of those. So definitely just make it non-negotiable. Why would you pay for your Shakeology if you didn't have to, And then it builds volume in your business and you get paid on volume built. So for me, about 80% of my paycheck comes from the volume that my team generates. So in the beginning, you're busting your butt, you're talking to people, you're selling challenge packs, and that's how you make money. Then the next month, maybe some of your challenge pack customers are ordering shakes again, and then you're going to get residual income from that. So you get income, you get 25% every time they order again, but you don't get Success Club points again. But in my mind, if somebody's ordering Shakeology consistently, ask them to be a discount coach. And I like saying discount member, because the word coach freaks people out sometimes. They're like, oh no, I still have 80 pounds to lose. I cannot be a coach. I want you to be my coach. So I just ask them, hey, do you want to be a discount member and save $15 a month on your shakes and you love it? And that's going to start building volume in your business. All right, so I made this little graphic on how to get leads because Beachbody wants to help people. So as they order, they know that the most success, people are the most successful when they have a coach that is encouraging them. So they want people to, be successful. So they assign each person that either calls in or buys online to a coach. So you must be an active Emerald coach, and that means 50 personal volume points or higher. But again, Shakeology is 90 personal volume points. If you ever see PV, that's personal volume points. That's what I'm talking about. If you hit Success Club 5, so say you hit Success Club 5 this month, and then you were Emerald, in February, you would get free leads from people. So this is called the customer program lead. So you might see somebody in your office when you log in and it'll say, where did I go? I tried to click off something and it'll say like club membership or something. You don't get commission from that lead that time, but that's a free customer that you reach out to them, send them you can send them a thank you note, you can send them an email, and that person, as long as you connect with them, the next time they order something, it's going to give you commission. So I always want to connect to them because they don't know they have a coach until you reach out to them. So you want to say, hey, I'm your coach through your club membership. How's everything going? What are your goals? Things like that. Just be super down to earth, invite them to add you on Facebook, let them know you have a meal plan you can send them. And we have a meal plan for our team that is in our Google Drive that you can share with people just kind of as a free incentive to get them to add you to Facebook. I always say, add me to Facebook and I can send you my, 21-day fix friendly meal plan, because we have one that's broken down with like containers and things that it's awesome to send to people. So, and then if you hit Success Club 10 in January, February, and we're Emerald and had the club membership, in February, you're going to get paid leads. So the other day I logged in and I had a person buy 2 bags of Shakeology and I didn't know who they were. They were leads. So I make 25% commission on that, which is really nice to have, over a $300 order. And you're like, sweet, I'll take that 25%. So that's why Emerald is so important and getting Success Club is so important. So Success Club 10 is going to get you paid leads. Heck yeah, that was my motivation to hit Success Club 10. I want those paid leads that I'm going to get commission for. And then I also reach out to those people. If they're ordering Shakeology every month, I reach out to them and I'm like, hey, you should totally think about being a discount member. It saves you, $15 a month on your shake. I have one girl that orders 2 bags every month. So for her, it's actually saving her $45 a month. So I'm like, this is a no-brainer. Like, let's sign you up as a discount coach. And this is, if you go into your Coach Online office, it'll say under my alerts on the bottom left-hand side, it'll say you have 6 new customers. So I go down here and if it says Success Club program, those are people that I'm going to get commission from. If it says customer program, those are like from my Success Club 5 leads, I'm not going to get commission. And if it says my site, that's somebody that I like sent to my site to order. So shoot, that wasn't a lead. So that's how you can tell what they are. But yeah, definitely reach out to them, because otherwise they're going to think that they don't have a coach, and maybe one of their coworkers or friends is like, oh, order through me, if you don't have anybody supporting you. So that's why I always reach out to them. All right, so 3 vital behaviors are the key to your success. And the first vital behavior is invite, invite, invite. And that is not just posting. You are supposed to be posting, inviting people, because if somebody goes to your page, they should be able to see that you're a health coach and they could join you as a coach if they wanted to, and that you run monthly fitness challenges and they could join you if they want to. So inviting through posting is awesome, but it's not the only way to do it. So make sure you're sharing and inviting with 10 people a day. And that's like messaging people, hey girl, I just love your post, or, hey man, I love your post. I love how, you're so positive. Have you ever thought about doing what I do as a coach? Things like that, and just planting that seed with them. And we'll talk more about, how to invite and things like that, but just know that that is key. Vital behavior 2 is be proof the products work. So having a before and after, and, is huge. So commit to your program 100%. Follow the meal plan, do the workouts, talk about your workouts, post about it, document your journey, drink your Shakeology, and talk about it. So vital behavior number 3 is personal development. And hey, Danielle, can you do me a favor? Can you unmute yourself and talk about personal development? I have to get back. Hold on one sec. Yeah. Okay, thanks.
So the personal development, I was kind of only half paying attention, so I'm kind of lost. It doesn't matter if it's like 10 minutes or if it's, 2 hours. If you only have 10 minutes here or there, then stick an audiobook on. Or I like audiobooks because I get more distracted and I can't sit still and read an actual book. So I got Audible, which is through Amazon, and I do audiobooks now. And then I can play them while I'm doing dishes, or I play them when I'm in the car. And some good ones are Go for No. That one's really nice and short, and it completely kind of changed how I looked at inviting, because I suddenly was not afraid of people telling me no. All right. I just kind of talked about Audible and doing whatever, any amount of time that you have, 10 minutes or 2 hours or whatever you want to spend.
Yeah, and they say at least 10 minutes, but I mean, if you have a drive to work, that's definitely something that you can listen to at work. I do it when I'm doing mindless things, like if I'm folding laundry, if I'm making dinner. Today I was kind of pressed for time. I had a ton of stuff to do, so I listened to the recording of the National Wake Up Call from Monday while I did my workout. So another awesome free personal development thing is if you have an iPhone, download the on podcast. Download the app Team Beachbody Coach. And if you have a Samsung, you're going to download the app Podcast Addict, ADDICT. That's basically an app that gives you access to the podcast. And then you'll download Team Beachbody Coach. So all of the national wake-up calls from like years past are in there. And I told Danielle this as she signed on as a coach. And she was like, oh, I'm in like 2012. And I was like, oh my gosh, you go girl. Like she listened to like all like 3 years of national wake up calls, and you don't have to pay a single cent for that. So those are really awesome. Those are like coaches that are making 6 and 7 figures in the business. So yeah, my favorites are Go for No, Go Pro, The Compound Effect, and Rock Your Network Marketing Business. Those are probably my 4 favorites. And go back to be proof the products work. I want you just to document your journey every day. If you're like day 1, sweaty selfie or whatever, or, and Carl Deichler, our CEO, always talks about be a 365er. And this year's a leap year, so he says be a 366er. But talking about drinking your Shakeology every day. And you'll see some top coaches that here and there, they'll be like day 26 of me drinking my Shako. I guess today would be 27, every day. So I don't want you to be like making out with your shaker cup, but, you know, kind of making a post and saying like one reason why you love Shakeology. In our team group, we have a photo album called Sexy Shake Pics. And so there's some really good looking Shakeology pictures. So try to like make them pretty sometimes and add some toppings to it. And that's what really gets people talking. And you can also use those pictures too. But yeah, so those are just basically, if you're doing those 3 things every day, and I want to say that sending somebody a message like, hey, how's it going, is not an invite. I used to do that. I used to be like, hey girl, how are ya? And I'd send 5 of those messages. I'd be like, okay, my invites are done. Like, no, that's not an invite. That's you starting to form somebody. And when you talk about forming, it stands for family. So say I went to, you know, Alex's Facebook before I had asked her. I would go to her page and I would look at family, something I could talk to her about family. Hey, oh my gosh, I saw you got pictures done with your boys. They turned out so cute. You know, how was that? And then talk about occupation. So what are you doing now for work? Yada, yada. And if they ask you, you can say, well, you know, I just started my own business as a health coach, and you know, I'm just really loving it. And it's pretty cool to give me something to do. You know, even though I have a busy schedule, I can just kind of do it on my own time. So just get a little plug in there. Don't be afraid if you haven't made $1. You want to plug that. You want them to know that's what you're doing. That's the whole reason you're reaching out to them. The R is recreation, and that really just depends on how much they post. Maybe they just went camping. Maybe they went on vacation. Maybe they play sports. Who knows? So that's just kind of like another guide of what to talk to them. And then the M is to message. And that's to message them to join our challenge group, message them to join, you know, have you ever thought about coaching, or message them to join our free group, because we always have a free group. So if that conversation, sometimes the conversation just organically flows to a way that you can invite them to a challenge group. If they're like, oh gosh, yeah, you're a health coach, I really need to get back on track. There's an insert into you being like, oh, so what are you doing right now? Are you currently following a meal plan, or, you know, are you currently have an exercise program? And you can kind of, you know, talk to them about their goals and their struggles, and start talking to them about the 21, you know, or Hammer and Chisel or something, and inviting them to our next challenge group. If that conversation doesn't really flow that way, then it's like, well, hey, you know, it was so good to catch up, but I got to get going. I have a free exercise group. We're working on abs this month. I don't know if you're interested, but I'm always looking for more people to join me, to keep me accountable, because I'm not the best at these things. So I want to make sure that I'm doing it every day. So what do you say? How about I add you? And then I keep a list of everybody that I invite, everybody I follow up with, everybody I add to my free group. So get some type of binder, or whether you're an Excel kind of person, whatever, but make sure you're keeping track of. And in my planner, I write down everybody I invite, and then I write down everybody I follow up with. And then if somebody's like, oh, that sounds awesome, I just have to wait till Friday's payday, I'm going to write them down in my planner on Friday to remind myself to, you know, reach out to them. But I'm also going to write them down on like Tuesday or Wednesday and say, hey girl, how's it going? I was just meal planning. And Nick, don't take offense. I just always say, hey girl. I was just meal planning and came across this awesome recipe. It's approved for our fitness and nutrition boot camp. So I just wanted to send it your way. I like sending something like that. Just go on Pinterest or something like that, so that I'm also adding value, still getting them hyped. Because sometimes people say, oh yeah, I'll buy Friday. And then 2 weeks go by when they get paid and they're like not excited anymore. So I try to keep them in the loop, try to keep adding value to them. So I'm not just like, hey, happy payday, give me your money. You know, keeping them on track, but also giving them value. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about is Beachbody Challenge is awesome. So take your before photos, take your weight, take your measurements. This is so awesome because one, you're going to get a free t-shirt. Most program, it's a free t-shirt for sending in your before and after results. If you do the 3-day refresh, you get a shaker cup. If you do, I want to say Hammer and Chisel, I want to say it's a tank top.
It's a tank top.
Tank top. Okay. If you do Brazil butt lift, I just found out it's shorts. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to do that program just to get shorts that say like,
I have them.
Oh, don't they say like boom boom or something on them? What do they say?
Yeah, they say bum bum on the butt.
It's so funny. Nick, that can be your next program. But yeah, so whatever it is for that program that you send in your before and after, you're going to get some type of prize. But also they enter you into the Beachbody Challenge, which every day they give away $500. And then monthly have a $1,000 winner. They have quarterly winnings for $5,000 up to $100,000 that they do once a year. So a coach on our team, Nancy Trumpler, won $1,000 for her results. She lost 44 pounds and she went off her blood pressure medicine, which is huge, huge. And her daughter is her coach. So Molly Trumpler also won $500 because she was the sponsor of that coach. So always, always, always tell your clients and your coaches to turn in their stuff, because not only do they have a chance to win prizes and money, but you also get a cut of that pie, which is nice too. So my sister Melissa has submitted her results, and she's gotten a couple emails back. So she's probably going to be in an infomercial. There's all kinds of cool stuff. So always keep that in mind to remind your clients to take measurements and submit their results. All right, so let's talk about your why and hairy, scary goals. I'm not actually going to make you talk about it today. That's what we do in our Getting Started Rate call. But it's just know it's so important. You should always be doing this, and your why is always changing. Like for me, when I first started, my why was to be able to, help other people feel better about themselves, for me to quit my job because I was miserable, to be able to pay off debt. And now my job, then my why kind of changed. Like after I quit my job, it was to help my husband get out of the restaurant business. And then it's evolved even more now that he's been able to do that. So it's always evolving, but you should always have a deep understanding of it, not just like, I'll do this, whatever. Maybe I want to help people. You want it to be deep, so that is going to be the thing that helps you to do it anyways when you don't feel like it, and to find time when you don't have time. Because when I first started, I had 3 jobs. I would get up and I would make my posts before I left the house. I would listen to my personal development in the car. And at lunch, I would send my 5 messages, send 5 follow-up messages. And then on the way home, I was either talking to a coach or a coach prospect and then I got home, I did dinner and, maybe watched a little TV with my husband. And then I worked my business from like 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. And I knew that it sucked and it was a sacrifice, but it was something that I had to do if I wanted to make this business as big as I wanted it to. Now, it's your business. That does not have to be your life. You get to choose how much or how little you work. But for me, that was so important to me. I needed to find a way to be able to do those things. I totally skipped like 3 slides. Did anybody else realize that? Sorry. Yeah, I'll go back to that. But be consistent every day and write down your goals. So this was like my last year's thing I made that had some of 2015, some of 2017, and 2018. But you can see it was like I wanted to have 1,000 coaches in my downline by Summit 2016. We'll definitely do that. I have about 850 right now. I wanted to end the year with an 8-star Diamond Elite coach. We were 5-star Elite, and I had 1 star in my second business center, and then I had 2 in my husband's. So I was okay with that too. But it's really cool to see, how your goals evolve as well. So I did this on canva.com, canva.com. It's an awesome program. You just upload images and you can type in stuff. So I would definitely make we call this a vision board, but make it specific, like date, time, things like that. Don't just be like, I want to be a successful coach. Like that's not measurable. So make sure you make it specific. All right, now let me go back to this, success starters. Ashley is a success starter, and so is Danielle. So they both won their free ticket to Coach Summit in Nashville this year. Yay! And so that is a huge freaking deal. Like, and I remember I maybe had 1 or 2 my first year, and then like this year we had I think 4. And it was just so cool to see that people are signing up and hitting the ground running. And it's really not hard. A lot of it is your mindset. You have to wrap your mind around that. I got this. A lot of people are like, oh, I could never do that. So as long as you wrap your mind around like, I am going to be a success starter. I have to hit Success Club anyway, so I might as well get a free ticket that's worth $300. So we go to Nashville. And it's a free ticket. It's so much fun. If you can see this picture, this was us this past summer in the street. These are all Beachbody coaches. We literally shut down Nashville and did live workouts. They had a huge projector screen. We did live workouts with the celebrities. It was crazy. And like, you can't even see it, but it goes like this way and this way. Like people were everywhere. There were screens everywhere. It was crazy. So tickets are already sold out. So you need to win this because chances are you probably won't get off that that waiting list. So just make it non-negotiable that you're going to win this free ticket, because they did save tickets for these success starters. When you hit, so you need to have Success Club 5 at least in your first 3 months as a coach. So if you joined in end of January, so like you guys, you can either do it in January, February, March, or you can do it in February, March, April. So don't freak out if you don't get it at the end of January. You can do it February, March, and April. Okay, in the first month, as you do that, you also win a call with our CEO, Carl Deichler. He is just an amazing person. He's one of the coolest CEOs you could ever wish to work for. He really is all about ending the trend of obesity. He truly cares about people and isn't there just to look at dollar signs. He is so personable. He's always there talking to people. He's very approachable. He's a short little guy. He's like 5'6". He's adorable. But yeah, so he is just awesome. So he's very motivating too when he talks. But yeah, just and also just make sure everything I'm telling you as you get coaches, just take this information and just make sure that you are stressing the same things to them, because you want your coaches to get this free ticket and you want your coaches to know why it's so important. All right, so how to get promoted. Your first promotion is Emerald, and that would just be you signing 2 coaches. So let me use this little circle right here as an example. So Emerald coach, so say this was you. This is you signing on a coach on your left and your right, and then your Emerald. So that's like you signing on your significant other. Maybe your best friend wants to buy a challenge pack, get them signed on as a discount coach or a discount member, which I like to say. And then boom, you're Emerald. And then your next promotion, and that's something that's totally doable in your first 30 days. So I always say, set your goal for Emerald your first 30 days. As long as you're inviting people and you're talking to people, that is not hard. And then your next goal is Diamond. So this is you right here. And Diamond is 4 coaches on your left leg, 4 coaches on your right leg. Now we'll talk a little bit more about legs as we do your Getting Started Right call and things like that. But basically, you always have a strong leg. And when you log into your Coach Online office, go to My Business tab, and then My Downline, and then Graphical Genealogy. So it's My Business tab in your Coach Online office, My Downline, and then Graphical Genealogy. And what you're going to do is look, and you're going to see on your right and left leg, and you're going to see people's names that you don't know who they are on one leg. And whatever that leg is, those are not your coaches. They're not your personally sponsored coaches. They don't add towards your rank, but they add towards your volume. So whatever leg they are on, that is your strong leg. Because that's like me and people above me, anybody up above you in your upline, that's adding coaches, and that's going to add to your volume. So if you sign your significant other, or maybe like a mom or dad, somebody that you have access to working their account that you could, sign coaches in there if you needed to, they're always going to go on your weak leg. So whenever you figure out what your strong leg is, if you're signing on a significant other to work, which you just should, I have a video that explains why that's so important, because they start to add volume, and they can make you a couple $100s a week, just from volume alone. I've been a coach for almost 3 years, and Matt's account makes me a couple $100s a week just on volume alone, because I don't buy things. I don't sell things through his account at this time. So it's just so important to get them in there and start accruing volume, because volume is just king. Volume is king. Think of it like that, because that's going to be where you're going to be starting to really grow your paychecks down the line. And like I said before, ask people to be a discount member. If they're ready to go, like say your friend wants to buy a challenge pack, just be like, okay, cool. Would you be interested in signing up as a discount member? Because if you're planning on doing this more than a month, it's going to save you $15 next month. So you get charged $15, but you save, you still save $15 even after that charge. And so you're going to be saving $15 a month on your shakes and 25% off everything else in the future. So again, I say discount member or premium discount member, not coach, because the word coach freaks people out a lot. Make sure you're posting regularly to invite to coaching, to invite to challenge groups. And our next challenge group date is February 15th. So put that in your post, hey, we're starting our next challenge group on February 15th, or our next fitness and nutrition boot camp, whatever you want to call it, on February 15th, I'm looking for 5 people to join me. I'd love to have you. Just comment below or message me. So make a call to action, set a date so they know that they have to join you by X date. All right, so I talked about that. And then posting, in my mind, should honestly be the fourth vital behavior. I love posting. If you look at my posts, or if you look at my Facebook, I'm always posting. I'm always, inviting people. That to me is something that, honestly, that's my favorite part. And for a long time, I was always posting, but I wasn't the best at inviting. And that's why my business really wasn't moving forward. I was like, oh, I'm posting, that's an invite. No, posting and inviting with challenge groups and coaching is awesome, but that's not an actual invite. The actual, hey, I'm giving them a genuine compliment. And then, have you ever thought about doing what I do as a coach? And on that note, I have a webinar that I made, and I may have even sent it to you guys when you were interested in more information, but it's a 28-minute presentation that basically tells people what we do as coaches. So I send that to people if I don't have a live event going on or something, and I say, just check this out, let me know if it's for you or not, and then we'll get on the phone and I'll answer your questions. And I say it's about 28 minutes. When could you check it out by? And then, maybe tonight. Okay, so what's your schedule like tomorrow? What time tomorrow can we chat? Just like 10 or 15 minutes just to go over your questions. Get a time, get a date, get their phone number, get the time zone, and then I send the link. I don't send the link until I have a phone date. Just kind of say, like, I've got a crazy schedule. I've got a crazy week this week. I just want to make sure I get you on the schedule. And you can reach out to me too. As a new coach, if you're scared to do that at first, I'm happy to get on this, like a 3-way Zoom, a 3-way call with you, things like that. But also, if somebody asks you a question and you don't know, you can be like, that's a great question. I don't know. Let me ask. I'll ask my coach and I'll get back to you. But the cool thing is that you don't need to know everything. You figure it out as you go. So if I can do this business, you can. So don't be afraid to talk to people. Don't be afraid of not knowing all the answers. It's actually kind of reassuring to them to be like, okay, good. I don't have to memorize like everything about the company and their compensation plan and this and that. So just don't be afraid. Honestly, I think getting on the phone with people had literally changed my business. So I started doing that in 2014 and like middle of the year after Summit. And that was seriously such a game changer. I started getting on the phone with people instead of just relying on Facebook Messenger. And it's, you get to know people. You get to really feel that they're a real person and they really want to help you versus just being somebody you met through Instagram and don't really know. And posting should be done on Facebook and Instagram. If you're doing it on Facebook, slap it on Instagram too. If you don't have an Instagram, get one. But the only difference with Instagram is that pictures of your kids or your dogs and, that's great, but that's not what people are following you for on Instagram. So make sure on Instagram, I really focus on being fitness and nutrition minded and value, and then funny things here and there. But it's not as personal as my Facebook. So on Instagram, I talk to people about, about things, but I try to get them to Facebook because that's where they see the personal side of me. But people are strictly following people on Instagram. Like, do they have recipes? Do they have value? Like, so your Instagram isn't as much about like, hey, here's me and my dog. I do that too, but just try to focus more on providing value there. And on Facebook is where you get to see a lot of your personal side too. So these pictures, everything that I'm showing you is in our photo album of Team Run Pink, Run Happy. It's called New Coach Training Tips, I think. So you can find this here too, but make a posting schedule. So you can take this as an example, Monday morning, motivational quote, make it your own with a selfie. There's an awesome app. It's called Word Swag. It's $3.99, but it's so worth it. I probably used it 3 times today. If you ever see my posts lately that have words on it, I use Word Swag. It looks so professional. It's like literally looks like it's like a graphical design. It's got really cool things, really cool features. But so if instead of like just finding a motivational quote and slapping it on, take a picture of you, like a sweaty selfie or something, or, a picture of you hiking or something, and then put that motivational quote on there to make it be even more connecting with you. So, and we have a posting group that's going to start sometime next month that will go over a lot of this too. But I would save this picture and actually type out what your weekly posting plan looks like, because it shouldn't just be beach buddy, beach buddy, beach buddy, beach buddy. you want to also show, like, this is what you're doing right now. So that may have been like one time I made a post and it was like me riding around with Matt. He was, had to go do a showing or something. And I was just hanging out with him because I could, or it might be me and Mac, like cuddling or something. So show more of your personal side too, because people want to be able to connect with you. So yeah, you can definitely just kind of use this as your own. This is a great sample, or you can tweak it a little to make it your own. And they have, you can see, Transformation Tuesday, Wacky Wednesday, Throwback Thursday, Flex Friday, things like that. You can do themes. And we have, what's really cool is we have team power hours, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Eastern time, and then Monday through Friday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Danielle and I have been doing the 7 a.m. and honestly, I can't tell you how much it's changed my business. It's just been huge. I get so much done that 1 hour, then it probably took me like 3 hours to complete all of that stuff before. So it's like we get on the Zoom call just like this and we're like, okay, for 10 minutes, you're going to do this. For 10 minutes, you're going to do this. And it's so awesome because you have that accountability. You're there with people, you're getting stuff done that you should be doing anyways. So this is just some kind of things that you should just kind of put on your daily to-do list, inviting people, starting convos, adding people to your list, responding to messages, connecting with your coaches, posting on Facebook, things like that. So yeah, power hours have been awesome. And then resources that you have. There are so many ways to get personal development. Like, it's just crazy. Coach Online Office is great. Go to the news and training tab and just go to town in there. You could probably spend 2 weeks in there and not come out if you didn't want to. So definitely utilize that. YouTube is awesome. Find me on there, April McDonald. Subscribe to my channel. And then all of our team calls are on there. So I have everything organized by playlist. So there's one that's called Coach Training Quick Tips. That's pretty cool. It teaches you how to set your preferred placement if you're like signing a coach, things like that. And then I have all of our team calls on there. So definitely do that. Some top coaches are Melanie Mitro, M-I-T-R-O. And this is to follow on Facebook and YouTube. Brittany Leggett, and it's B-R-I-T-T-A-N-Y. And then Leggett is L-E-G-E-T-T-E. Bonnie Engel, E-N-G-L-E is her last name. And Katie Hefner. It's K-A-T-I-H-E-I-F-N-E-R. Another great one, especially for you, Nick, would be Caleb Thomas. Wait, Danielle, Thomas, not Thompson, right? Caleb Thomas.
Right, yeah, Caleb Thomas.
Okay, I was having a brain fart. He's awesome. His YouTube videos are hysterical. They're like 3 to 5 minutes. They're super helpful. You can follow him on Facebook and YouTube. And then Trey Bearer, and it's B-E-A-R-O-R. And he's really has some really awesome videos. And I think his like page is called That Effin' Guy. He's like always swearing and stuff. So he's really funny. It's kind of cool to see how different people work their business, but also to give you examples of some successful guys to follow too. But when you go to their page, don't add them as a friend. Like, top coaches aren't going to add you as a friend. Go to follow, and then there's a little thing on their profile that you can see follow first. So I do that to like 5 of my people that I really connect with, top coaches, and then I see that, and I can kind of use that as inspiration. Coach Basics is non-negotiable. That is just your, like, put 80% of your focus as a new coach onto that. It's just 17 days, I think, maybe 18, I forget. But they're quick and simple, and they're going to teach you the basics of being a coach. So I don't repeat stuff that's in there because I spent a ton of time putting that together. So if you don't go in there and do the assignments, you're probably going to miss something, because I made it so that I don't have to have the same conversation a million times. So definitely make that non-negotiable. National Wake Up Calls are every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. And you can get all of the archives on that Beachbody Coach podcast that I told you about. I just listened to Amy Silverman's from this Monday while I was doing my workout today. That was awesome. And then our team Google Drive is so much good stuff. There's scripts, there's personal development, there's a ton of stuff there. So I'll show you how to access that. And then our team page, there's a ton of files, there's a ton of photo albums and really helpful information. And your upline, ask your coach questions. Don't be afraid to ask, because we want to hear from you. But like, don't ask us questions that are like, what's my coach ID? Like, that's something you can Google. That's something you can ask in the team group. I want you to, this should be your first set of, if you have a question. And I made fun of Ashley this week and I made her do that. First, ask Google. And if you can't find it there, second, go to your Coach Online office and check the FAQs. If you can't find it there, ask in the team group. And if you really can't find it, then send me a message. But that's the way that you should do it, because, and I don't mean to sound like a brat to do this, but if every single person asked me something like, what's my coach ID? I would literally not have a second to myself. So I want to teach you to go and find it yourself, but also teach your coaches to go and find it yourself, because I don't want you to be answering every single question for your team. I want them to be self-sufficient. So I teach you to be that way so that you can then teach your team to be that way. I have some like leaders that they literally say that they have people texting them at 2 a.m, and they're like, I just feel worried if I don't text them back, they're not going to make the sale. I'm like, no, that is not you being a successful coach. You being a successful coach is teaching them to figure it out on their own. And then the last thing that I wanted to kind of touch on, maybe I think the second to last thing, is Team Cup is on February. Make sure you guys get signed up. Alex, I saw that I think it was you, Pam, and Nick, and Jonathan, and Jennifer Love. So just make sure you get in that group chat, pick a team name, and get registered. So just because you're like, okay, we have a team, that doesn't mean you're registered. You have to go to the website before the 31st and get signed up. So it's a quarterly challenge. You and 4 coaches, you're going to try to grow your biz. Excuse me. And as you hit Success Club, you're going to win prizes too. 1 point for every Success Club earned, 3 points if you rank advance. So that's cool too. As you rank advance, you also get extra points there. Your points for the month of February combined with your entire team to earn prizes. So there's some pretty cool prizes. Grand prize, you get to go to LA and view headquarters, do live workouts. There's a bunch of Beats headphones, an Apple TV, a Beachbody blanket, some hardcore swag, and then a Shakeology tumbler. So all kinds of good stuff. It's kind of like a no-brainer. It's like, I have to hit Success Club anyways. Why would I not be on a Team Cup and win extra prizes? Oh, and also coaches who participate in the Team Cup earned up to 10 times more than those who did not. If you're really taking it seriously and trying to push your business forward, that's definitely awesome. I have a friend, Heather. She hosted one of our team calls and she shared this document with me. And this is what I wanted to end this with, because this is just kind of like, yes, all of this is so true. Know your why like you know your name, because that's going to be the difference of you doing it when you don't feel like it, and knowing, and you lead with that. So for me, one of my biggest whys is to help other people love the skin that they're in. So, help other people realize that they are good enough. That's kind of like the message that I'm putting out a lot. And so I want to lead with that. That is my purpose. I'm talking about that a lot. And those are the kind of people that I attract, people that need that message. You should be leading with stuff like that. Lead with your purpose, not like, hey, do you want to make money? Da, da, da. Like, yes, that's all well and great, but like, think about your purpose. Like for Ashley, she's doing the Coach Basics right now. And she talked about how she doesn't want to ever have to pay somebody to take care of her babies. She doesn't want to have to stop having babies because she doesn't have enough money. She wants to, that's just kind of always been her dream, to just be a mom. And that is, especially when that's your big why, and that's what's going to lead you to do it. And maybe do the workout during nap time, maybe stay up later and get things done. Never stop posting on social media, even if it's a bad day, week, month. I can't tell you the difference it makes if you're not being consistent, because nobody's going to be like, oh my gosh, can you tell me, who do I see on here? Nikki. Hey, nobody's going to be like, Nikki, can you tell me about that shake and that program you posted about 6 months ago? I would love some more information. It's just not going to happen. So be consistent, inviting every day. Bonnie Ingalls, a really successful coach. She went from 2-star to 15-star diamond. And that every time you see a star behind your name, that means that's the number of diamonds you have. So you hit emerald, diamond, and then star diamond. So if she's a 15-star diamond, that means she has 15 coaches that have hit diamond, which is awesome. It's also called a superstar diamond. So that's like the biggest achievement you can make in the company. And she did that in a year. So that's huge. And so she does her posting. And when you follow her, she calls it like an open coach sneak peek. So that if somebody gives her an objection that week, she kind of turns that into a post. And I was just telling Alex and Pam yesterday, I did that with them. I made a post about how I was excited to get on the call with them, and they were kind of worried that they weren't going to be good coaches. And I listed some examples of why. And then I kind of took their objections and made it into a post kind of reminding people why you can be a coach. And that's a really great thing, because people always have that objection. They might be following you, even if they're not liking or commenting. People are always watching. So once they see that, and then they start seeing you like kind of combat those objections that are in their head, they're like, maybe I can be a coach. So I love, love, love that idea. Never compare yourself to other coaches. Unfollow them. If somebody is like bothering you, if you're like, why is this person so successful? Like, oh, this drives me crazy. Like, just unfollow them. I've had to do that to a couple of people. Like, good for you, girl. I'm proud of you, but I keep comparing myself to you, and I'm just going to have to click unfollow, and that's okay. Sometimes that happens. But honestly, like, just focus on you, and just focus on growing your team and helping your coaches and your clients get the best results and help to change their lives. And don't worry about anybody else. Just know that this is your journey. Everybody does it differently. Like I said, Bonnie Engel went from 2-star to 15-star and number 5 in the company in a year. I look at that and I think, she's only been a coach 2 years, and that's where she is. And I've been a coach almost 3 years. Oh my gosh, but you can't do that. Like, okay, cool, but this is where I am, and I'm going to work with where I am and just go with it. You cannot compare, because comparison is the thief of joy. Turn your mess into a message. Be comfortable getting uncomfortable. Be unapologetically you. And I think our team is really good at this, not being afraid to talk about, being silly and goofy and weird. And, I talk about eating disorders, that I've had them in the past, and that's turn your mess into a message. Like, you are good enough. Like, don't let anybody tell you that you're not, things like that. So those things that you tell yourself a lot, put that into a message. Alex shared with me that she really hates taking pictures of herself, and that's not something that she's comfortable doing. And I challenged her to start doing it and challenge other people to start doing it. And somebody else is going to see that, and they're going to be like, you know what, I feel the same way, and I'm ready. I'm going to take the challenge with you. So that is definitely getting comfortable being uncomfortable. And then don't overcomplicate this business. It's simple. The 3 vital behaviors, just, fake it till you make it. I like to say, just keep doing it. Just keep posting. Just keep inviting. Ashley Lindsay literally told me when she signed up that, sorry, I keep using you, but I'm just using people that are on this call. When she signed up, I remember her being like, I can't be a coach. My 3 food groups are peanut butter, chocolate, and candy. So, she cracks me up that, it just goes to show that as long as you're inviting people, you're being yourself, you're being proof the product works, you don't need to be anybody but yourself. So anybody can do this business. Just keep swimming, give it a full year, because, my paychecks weren't great. I mean, I feel like I was trying really hard, and, I wasn't able to replace my job in 3 months, but that's normal. Don't expect things to be, you have to, the first 30 to 90 days are you just, planting seeds and planting breadcrumbs, and people are going to start picking up on those things bit by bit. So just keep being consistent. Don't expect to come out of the gate running with, I did 5-star diamond coach in my first month. Like, be, realistic, but just keep swimming and don't give up. And, giving it a full year is just, it's amazing to see what your income and what your team growth will change in a year. One of my coaches, Sarah Smith, is just about to probably be a 2-star diamond in the next month. And I shared on her post today that a year ago today, she was an emerald. So it's possible. You just being consistent. It's amazing to see what a year can do. So that was kind of everything that I wanted to cover. Do you guys have any questions for me, or any comments, anything you're struggling with? Okay, Alex, you're shaking your head no. Nikki, how about you? Hold on, let me unmute you. Okay, Nikki, is there anything that you have questions about? Okay, I don't know if you're there. Nikki, can you hear me? There you are.
Close. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. I missed most of it. I had a really important work call that I was on, so
Oh,
I
that's
just jumped
okay.
on when I could.
You're probably like, why is my computer talking to me? So is it you're a newer coach, and I know you're pushing for Emerald. Do you have any questions about anything? Anything you're struggling with?
What was that? Sorry.
Is there any questions or anything that you're struggling with that I can help you with?
Right now, and I know it's an excuse, but it's time. My job is very, very busy, especially right now. And so finding the time to actually get the free vital behaviors in is something that I'm really struggling with. Right now, I'm trying to focus on working out, drinking my Shaco, and the product, and trying to get my 5K1. That's really have been my goals this last couple of weeks.
Okay, yeah, and maybe just like what I did when I was working is the night before, I would write down the 5 people that I wanted to invite and the 5 people I wanted to follow up with. So then when I got my lunch break or, maybe even on the way to the bathroom or something like that, you can send some of those messages. Another really great thing is buffer.com for you to schedule some posts if you are super busy, or you can write down your posts, like make your posting schedule, and then you can write down some of your posts in like the note section of your phone so that you can easily kind of copy and paste that on super busy days too. But yeah, just, it's your business, so you get to work it as much or as little as you want. But yeah, just, trying to fit it in where you can, and the more organized that you can be, the better that will help too with your busy schedule.
Awesome. Thank you.
So, yeah. So, okay. So does anybody else have any other questions? Anything at all? Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for hopping on. And again, I'll start doing this the last Wednesday of every month. I'm just traveling right now. I'm hoping to start doing it bi-weekly, so that'll be a little bit more helpful. But I'll share this recording with you. So the system of events that you'll have for your new coaches is send them the 2 Girl Boss Academy videos that is in the pin post of the Team Run Pink Run Happy group. And then you can even send them this recording after they watch that. So it kind of covers everything in detail there. So I will talk to you guys later, and thank you. Oh wait, let me just, I'm going to stop the recording. Hold on one second, but I want to check the